Ever feel like you're not good enough, that you need more certifications or more trainings in order for you to have more credibility, for you not to feel like an imposter syndrome? If that's you, I want to share with you some tips that can help you overcome this challenge of imposter syndrome. The first tip that I want to actually the things that I want to share with you is the challenges that I see when it comes to coaches and the struggles that they have in regards to imposter syndrome. So some of them are comparing themselves to people who have a bigger following or that are more experienced coaches. The second one is that they think that certifications give you credibility and that they prove to people that you are good enough and that you are going to be the type of person that will be able to help them. And then the last one is that they ignore their strengths and they focus more on their weaknesses. And I want to share with you three solutions to help you with these challenges. The first one is you have to shift your focus, and you have to shift your focus to service and not focus on your challenges and your fears. In order for us to do that, the something that we can ask ourselves is, who can I help today? Who can I serve today? Who is somebody out there that needs my services? And when you start to ask yourself this question, you're asking yourself better questions instead of saying, nobody wants my services, or nobody wants to work with me, or this is too hard, or what if they say no? We're already setting ourselves up for failure because we are already asking ourselves the wrong question. So when you ask the wrong question, you'll get a wrong answer. But if you ask yourself the right question, a good question that will help you to make sure that you ask yourself a question that will empower you, then it will shift the mindset. And then the another thing you can do in regards to shifting your focus to service is review a list of strengths from previous calls that you've had or previous experiences that you've had. I know that you've had experiences where you have helped other people, that you have helped other clients. Maybe you've helped out people in your life, whether it was friends, family, colleagues. Write that down. Write the things of the strengths that you have done for other people, how you have helped other people. And if you keep a list of experiences that you've had where you've helped people, this will build your confidence and it will also show you that you are more than capable of serving other people and helping other people. And then just remember that you only need to be a step or two ahead of the people that you want to serve. Oftentimes, we compare ourselves to people who are 100 steps ahead of us or 100 steps ahead of our potential clients. And then we think, I can't help these people. I'm not as good as them, but all you have to do is be 1 to 2 steps of the person that you want to help. So who is that person that is having a challenge in their with their health that you are 1 to 2 steps ahead of? Who is that person that maybe they're struggling with their relationships that you are 1 to 2 steps ahead of? Or maybe you're the type of person that can help people make more money and you're ahead of that person 1 to 2 steps ahead of those people. And then the second tip is collect evidence of your impact. It's very important that we are collecting evidence of this impact that we are making. And that's why I like to ask clients to give me testimonials in regards to their experience with me or help them give me feedback. For example, if I give them a coaching session, or if you're just getting started and you're just giving free coaching sessions, get feedback from those people. Ask them, hey, how was this helpful for you? And then that way you know how you help them. And then also ask them, hey, what was not so helpful for you? That way I know what's working and what's not working. Get some feedback, even if it sometimes hurts that, hey, maybe you weren't as helpful. At least you're getting to learn what's working and what's not working. Because when you know what's not working, you can always fix that. But if you don't know what's not working and you're never getting that feedback, you'll never know what you need to fix. So that will help you. And then another thing that I like to do is journal a success that you had, maybe in one of your sessions. After your session, you can write down in that journal all the successes that you had with this person. And if you keep track of those successes, what that will do is that will help you to show you that you can help people and that you have helped people, that you have had success in those sessions. And then Also, kind of like keep a file of the wins that you've had. So that way, whenever fear creeps in or when doubt creeps in, you can look at those files and say, hey, you know what? I did help this person, or I was able to help this person. Making sure that you're keeping track of those things, those wins that you had with your clients. So that way, whenever you're having a down moment, you can look through those files and you can prove to yourself, hey, you know what? I did help this person. I was able to assist somebody, and now I can assist more people because I was able to assist this person. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to show ourselves the proof of how we can help other people and how we have helped other people. And when we have that evidence, that internal motivation is what's going to grow. And that's what we want to do. We want to help ourselves with growing that internal motivation, because external motivation is very vague. Somebody can tell you that you're amazing, but if you don't believe that you're amazing, it doesn't matter what other people say about you. What matters is what you say about you. So keep those files with those wins. And then the third and final tip is reframing comparison. Man, I know that for me, this has been a big struggle for many years. And sometimes, don't get me wrong, sometimes I still get caught up with the comparison. So, in regards to you following maybe all these gurus or all these coaches, instead of following so many people that are already way ahead of you, start following the peers that you can coach, start following the people that you can help. Because if you're connecting more with people that you can help, it will help you gain your confidence because you're saying to yourself, hey, this is a person that I can help. I can give them tips, I can comment on their posts, or I can like their posts and show them support, so that way they can see that you're cheering them on while knowing that you can still help this person. So if there's somebody out there, a peer or somebody that you can help, start supporting them, start commenting on their stuff, or if they ever post something that they're having a struggle, just let them know, hey, I'd be happy to help. If you're interested, I'd be happy to serve you. So making sure that you're not following too many gurus or too many coaches that are way ahead of you, that are causing you to feel insecure or feel like you're not good enough because you're not where they're at. And just remember that if you compare yourself to their success, they have done this for more years than you have, and you're comparing your chapter one to their chapter 20. So stop comparing yourself to where you are right now to where they are right now, because it has taken them years to get there. And you will eventually get there. But if you compare yourself, then you won't get there because you're going to be constantly comparing yourself. And then the next one is making sure that you replace that thought that we have that they're better than me. And what I like to do is I like to change that to, hey, if they can do it, I can do it too. Because if you're saying to yourself, oh, they're better than me, then you're bringing yourself down. Because when you think that they're better than you, that thought turns into a negative feeling. That negative feeling turns into negative action. That negative action turns into a negative result. And then that negative result turns into a negative belief. When that turns into a negative belief, that creates more thoughts of negativity, more like in very small actions to no actions, and that leads to little results to no results. And then you tell yourself, I knew this wasn't going to work. And the reason why is because it all started with the thought saying, they're better than me. I shouldn't be doing this. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. And that's what started. It started with one thought. And that thought turned into 10 thoughts, 20 thoughts, 100 thoughts. Before you know it, you're having thousands of thoughts that are very negative, and then you are giving up on yourself. And the final tip that I want to just share with you is like track your growth monthly. Instead of comparing yourself to other people, compare yourself to yourself. How did I do last month? How did I do last week? How am I doing this week? Compare yourself to you. Stop comparing yourself to other people that are ahead of you, and start comparing yourself to who you were yesterday, and tell yourself, how can I grow? How can I evolve? How can I get better through this learning of, okay, I got these wins. This is what was working. Great, do more of that. This is what was not working. Okay, do less of that or fix this, and then you'll get better. And then what can you do differently? And when you ask yourself those questions, those are very powerful questions that will help you to make sure that you don't stay stuck and that you are moving forward. So if you're the type of person that's struggling with imposter syndrome, take these steps and start focusing on who you can help right now. Stop focusing on yourself and your fears, because that's very selfish of you to do that, to focus on just your fears and your insecurities. You got to start focusing on the person that you can help. So for you, which one of these tips helped you and which one of these tips can you apply in your life right now. And if you want some personal support, if you want more help with imposter syndrome, and that way, if you do work through imposter syndrome, you can grow your business. And if you need help with that, you can text me at 520-392-9179, or you can send me an email at ibelievecal@gmail.com, and I'd be more than happy to help you with that. And you can also follow me on Facebook, Andres Ruiz, and then also LinkedIn, Andres Ruiz. And if you are enjoying these videos, I post these on a weekly basis, so that way I can help you grow your coaching business. So if you could please hit subscribe, like, and comment what is one tip that you're going to use from today. I would really love to hear it. Have a great day. Peace.